sister discussions. Take that thing out of your mouth. And today we're going to discuss a movie. You say this time.
The Force Awakens.
It's a Star Wars movie. Yay. Okay. So, you want to go first? Because I always go first, I think.
So?
Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'm going first. We went through a phase years ago when we were kids. We were freaks at Star Wars. I mean, it was like 3 years, I think. 3 whole years of non-stop Star Wars. And believe me, that it didn't get boring for us, but our parents had enough of it. But recently I watched all 3 of the original movies. And while I think A New Hope is really good, the last 2 I couldn't get into. Because the best I can describe it is the characters were great. The storyline was not that great for me. So, that's when I realized I wasn't a big Star Wars fan anymore. And when they came out with The Force Awakens, I'm thinking, whatever, I don't care. And then she had the opportunity, I guess, to go to the movie theater. She invited our brother, his girlfriend, and she ended up inviting me. And I thought, okay, I'll go, because I love Princess Leia, so I'm not going to say no because I want to see her in that. So we went to go see it, and I enjoyed myself. Like, I loved it. When I first seen it, though, it was more or less like, yeah, whatever. Then, like, halfway through it, I think when we meet Han, it was kind of okay. Then I seen Leia and Han Solo, and I was like, I love you! And then from there on, the movie was awesome for me. And I'm just going to do spoiler here real quick. It kind of dates to the original movies. For example, when we see Leia and Han and they see each other for the first time in a while, it's a tender moment. Kind of like in The Empire Strikes Back when they kiss. And then, of course, C-3PO has to come in and ruin it. So it's that wink to the Star Wars geeks, like, hey, remember this one? And it was really funny. And it was kind of interesting to see that again. But I thought Carrie Fisher did a really good job in this movie. I thought Harrison Ford did a great job in this movie. The new characters, I actually liked. I actually really liked Rey. I don't think she's better than Leia because I still love Leia. However, in my opinion, she is 10 times better than Padme. Like, George Lucas, what the heck did you do to her? Anyway, we'll vent about that when we see the prequels. Anyway, I did like Rey. I liked Poe, but I was disappointed they didn't have him more into the story. I also liked Finn. I guess he was funny. He just wasn't as, like, he was funny than Jar Jar Binks, if that's what George Lucas was intending for Jar Jar Binks to be funny. But he wasn't exactly, like, comedic, like, everything Finn says is crack me up. No, Finn was a good character. He just wasn't always funny. The villain in this, I have to say, was intimidating. However, who's going to be intimidated by a guy who takes a fit? I mean, seriously, there's like 2 times in the entire movie you see him with a lightsaber going, rah, rah, yeah, sorry. And at one point, it was comical because at one point you know what he's doing and there's these 2 stormtroopers. They know what's going on and then they start backing away and turning around and going.
And run.
And it's like, it's intimidating, but it's also like, what are you, 5 years old?
He acts like it.
Darth Vader would never do that. I hated when he... Should we do spoilers?
Which scene are you talking about?
Han. And him.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay, so basically this review is spoilers and spoilers for the title so that you know. I hated that he killed Han Solo.
You could even tell he regretted it.
Yeah, but that didn't make me think, oh, look, he regretted it. I hated him. I hate Kylo Ren.
Our brother was ticked off.
He was.
Justin was like, how dare he?
I don't remember. I didn't know that.
He was angry that he killed Han.
It was, if you see this, it's more or less like, Kinda, and it's kind of sad, and the way he goes is really sad because he gets it through the lightsaber, and then he lets go, and then he like falls down to the abyss.
But he does touch his son's face. That was sweet, but it was still sad.
I like Rey's reaction. She's just like, no! And then
Who
like,
do you think was more ticked off, her or Chewbacca?
oh no, Chewbacca. Chewbacca had
A way better reaction.
oh yeah,
He shot him.
and I do. This is the part I can understand, but I still liked her performance. Carrie Fisher, since she's part Jedi now, I guess, so she's part of the Force.
She always was part Jedi.
Well, that's true enough. When Han dies, like once the lightsaber goes through him and you see everybody's reaction, you see Princess Leia and she kind of falters and stuff. That's kind of,
She had to sit down.
like, that was kind of a good, like, she did a really good job doing that scene. But our brother did mention, well, that was it. She probably could have done more, like cry
Sobbed.
or something. And I guess I could agree with that, but I still think she did a really good job with that performance. I do like it afterwards when Rey's like really mad and she starts fighting him with Kylo Ren with a lightsaber.
She actually got mad because of Finn. Not to
Oh.
mention Han Solo, but
Oh, I thought she did get mad because he killed Han Solo. But anyway, and the ending is what I guarantee is the best cliffhanger ever, because here Rey's going up to a mountaintop and she finally comes to where she wants to go, and she is looking at something, and then the camera goes and we see Luke! We see Luke Skywalker, and he turns around, he takes his hood off, and she gives him the lightsaber like this, and he just stares at her, and he's thinking Luke Skywalker! I love Luke Skywalker.
I could tell.
I love Luke. Luke was always my favorite character in the original, so I'm glad to see him back. The story behind him is really sad, though, because they said that he trained Kylo Ren and a couple others.
No, I think it's just him.
Oh, and of course he turned to the dark side, so
He thinks he failed.
so that's when he went into hiding. The only problem I have with that is like the Narnia formula, Aslan. They go search for Aslan, they find him, he's part of the plot for the whole movie. But when they make the sequels, he's barely in the movie. He's hinted at, he's talked about, but you never see him. It's
I believe in the second one he's gonna get more stuff. He's gonna get more scenes.
Yeah, I guess that's a better way of doing it. But yes, as soon as we seen Luke, I was going like this in the theater.
She was so excited.
We had like a couple strangers beside me. I'm thinking, I hope I'm not doing this too loud, but I don't care because I'm so freaking excited. But yeah, I think the movie was really good. I think I had like only a few minor complaints, but they were just like nitpicky things. If I had to choose one though, was the whole Emperor thing. The Emperor in the originals was intimidating and scary. The guy looks more like a creature from the Green Lantern movie.
Not sure how to say that one.
That's just my opinion. But that's pretty much it for my views on it. All I could say is go watch it.
Alright, so she recommends it.
I do.
Good to know.
I don't recommend it.
So,
Sushi buys it. I'm watching it again.
same, bruh. So, when I first saw the movie, I was really into it. We stood in line for, I think it was 2.5 hours.
It was forever.
I was with my friend who invited me, and his family, a few friends of ours, mutual friends, and we watched the movie. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is cool, it's Star Wars. So, it was like being a kid again watching the film.
Yeah, I do agree with that one.
I loved seeing the
Millennium
Falcon. I loved seeing that again. I loved seeing Han Solo again. I was probably excited about Han Solo, I'm not gonna lie.
Chewbacca?
No. I could care less for him. I'm sorry.
I do, yeah. Chewbacca is
He was annoying and rude, and he thinks he's the boss just because he's He's huge and he towers over everything.
I just didn't like him because he was boring. Because he didn't say anything. He just shoots. And shoots.
So.
And chokes people.
Not to mention he was rude to Finn.
Han Solo was funny.
Leia,
though.
he's nice to. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he is nice to her.
I was interested in this new villain. Not to mention. The Fitz was very amusing. He took them like a 5-year-old.
Who?
And we work at a daycare, so we know.
What?
Kylo Ren. He took Fitz like a little 5-year-old.
Oh, Fitz! Okay, yeah.
So, watching that was pretty amusing. He's like, is that it?
Don't forget the part you always mentioned.
What's that?
He's a flirt.
Yes, he is flirting with, which I believe is his cousin. I think she's Luke's daughter.
Yeah.
And they mentioned several times that he's Han's son. So, and Leia's son. So I think they're cousins. But he's flirting with Rey, if you get my meaning. And I thought that was interesting.
Basically, all that happens, though, is, like, he captures her, and then when she wakes up, he's like, are you comfortable? And then she basically says, I'm not talking to a monster in a helmet, and then he takes it off. There's not... If they were flirting, it was only, like, 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. It's, like, 2 minutes.
10 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyways. So, I thought his character was very interesting. Leia, it was alright seeing her back. I'm not a big fan of her. She's dominant. So, I kind of get where that is, where that's coming from, but she doesn't need to be rude. Now, she's mellowed since the older films, I will have to say. She has mellowed down.
She didn't see the last 2 in years. She still hasn't seen them. She just bought them. But she has seen the first one. But you have to judge it, Leia, after you see the last 2. From this.
She was very dominant in the first.
Yeah. Well, she had to be, though. She was a prisoner.
She was dominant with Han Solo and Luke.
Okay, Luke I'll give you, but Han's a jerk in the first one.
So, anyways. I liked Rey. I liked Finn. I'm not so interested in this Poe character. I think he's gonna be another Han Solo.
Just not as rude.
Right.
But then again, Harrison Ford is funny, so Poe might not be as funny either.
I would have rather seen Chewbacca go than Han. I'm sorry for you Chewbacca fans, but I would have rather seen him go than Han Solo. Because that was just too darn sad, and I kind of sensed it was coming, but I just didn't want to believe it. So when I first saw the movie, and it just hit me, I'm like, ah!
I think...
being stabbed.
Well, the second time she and I seen it in the theater, she's going, "Where Han dies."
I just like, ah.
It's like, you already seen this. You're still mellow over this, or melancholy.
I don't like it. I don't. No. But all in all, I thought it was an awesome movie.
Well, mention the ending. The first time you seen the ending, what was your thoughts on that?
The first time I saw Luke again, I was just like, it sent chills up me. I was just like, Luke Skywalker's back.
Let's scream in the movie theater. There should have been a standing ovation and clapping in the theater.
I think there was.
You're kidding.
Well, there was a lot of clapping with the Millennium Falcon, too.
Well, I seen it the second time. I don't think the people were like
Missy said that. She said there was clapping over it.
Well, that's true enough.
But I think everybody was like, woo, yeah, when Luke came. But I expect him to come back bigger than before. Like, he's gonna be a boss in the second movie. And I believe he's going to fight the Sith Lord. I believe it. He fought Darth Vader, he fought the Empire, so I'm gonna say he's gonna fight this one. And Rey's gonna help him. Or something like that. But my theory is that she is definitely his daughter. You could see the resemblance, and the lightsaber called to her. That's a dead giveaway.
That and she had the vision.
Yes, she had the vision. But Luke's lightsaber called to her. No one else. It could have called to someone else, but didn't. It called to her. So I'm believing that she's his daughter. In every way, shape, and form.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I think she would be Luke's daughter.
Yes. And what do you think of Hayden Christensen coming back as a ghost of Anakin?
I'm not sure about that one. What would the point be for him coming back? What's the point?
My guess is that Kylo Ren would see him. That is my guess.
I don't know. I guess it wouldn't bother me too much, but not many people actually liked Hayden Christensen in Star Wars, so I don't know how much of a payoff that would be.
Well, he said he would do it.
I mean, we have no problem with him.
He got trashed for that movie, and it wasn't even his fault.
You mean both of them? There's two of them. Or you mean just Attack of the Clones?
Meaning he got trashed for the prequels.
Yeah.
And it wasn't his fault. It was George Lucas's fault.
Well, so was Natalie Portman and Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, she says it ruined her.
It can not have ruined her career, though, because she...
Another movie had to, like, her performance in another movie brung her out of that.
Well, that happened.
Hayden Christensen hasn't been brung out of it yet.
Well, that's a shame.
Hopefully, this new movie he did, like 90 Minutes in Heaven, I think.
He was in that?
Yeah, we'll bring him out of it.
Oh, that's good.
But all I could say is go watch the movie.
Yeah.
Better yet, buy it.
Go watch the movie.
Even though it's not out on DVD yet, but as soon as it is, I'm getting it. I don't care what the price is.
That's
Well,
good.
meaning I'm not paying $100 for it, but there you go. Well, this has been Sisters Discussions. Have fun. Have a good day. Stay safe.
And may the Force be with you.
Luke.